Breaking: active shooter at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island, believed to be at least 6 casualties so far. As more victims continue being found per radio traffic, masked gunman is currently at large. Pray for the students at Brown. What the fuck? A Brown U alert, first urgent. There's an active shooter near Boris and Hawley Engineering. Lock doors, silence phones, and stay hidden until further notice. Remember, run. If the gunman is like next to you and you try running, that's probably the last action you're going to do. Like that's, you know, if you're in an affected location, evacuate safely if you can. Hide if evacuation is not possible. Take cover. Fight as a last resort. Take action to protect yourself. Stay tuned for further safety information. This would be the time where I turn to my friend who is concealed carrying on a no guns allowed campus, because that would be the safest place to be.
Officially going to be a mass casualty incident. I have Engine 3 and Rescue 7, as well as Rescue 2, headed to Hope and Waterman. If there's possibly 20 victims, we're going to need as much mutual aid as you can get.
Jesus.
Affirmative. We're over Intercity now. I'm working with Cranston.
Jesus.
Spell your first and last name.
I'm Shrestha Beldiga. Shrestha Bellidiga.
My left ear loves
Chris,
this.
did you go to Brown?
No.
No, but you were in the area when this happened?
Yeah.
What did you see?
Well, I was walking over here and I saw police cars just rushing by, like more and more coming, followed by like fire trucks. And then when I came here, they all stopped over there. And then I just stood there asking people what was happening.
How many police trucks, fire trucks do you think you saw?
I don't know how many police cars. I think I saw like 4 like driving, and I saw like then there's 2 fire trucks over there.
And what were they like? Did they look really concerned or really urgent?
Well, it was kind of hard to see with all the flashing lights. They seemed urgent. They were driving really fast.
And it just seemed like more and more were coming?
Yeah.
Wow. So what were you thinking at that point? Were you scared?
I was confused. I was like, what's happening? I was asking around, and then I heard active shooter. I was like, damn, what?
So when you hear active shooter, what do you do next?
I mean, the probably rational idea would be to run, but I just stood there because I want to know more.
She just like me? For real, for real?
And just as you hear some of the rumors going around, just what are your thoughts on just the whole situation?
I mean, I was hoping that everyone got out well. It was really shocking, and it's confusing.
And you were just saying, how long have you lived in the area for?
A few months.
And you've never seen anything like this?
No.
Anything else you want to say?
I would be concerned if she lived there for a few months and had seen multiple mass shootings.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a really pretty gate. One person is in custody after an active shooter was reported on or near the campus of Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island, the university's public safety department said this afternoon. The university said on its emergency information website that the shooter is near Boris and Hawley Engineering. Alert instructed people to lock their doors, silence their phones, and stay safe. Student newspaper Brown Daily Herald reported that an alert and call went out to students about the incident. Police warn of heavy presence. Providence police said on X, there is heavy Providence police and fire presence on Hope Street near Brown University. Please exercise caution and avoid this area until further notice. It was at 5:06 that they took a suspect into custody. A second alert around 4:50 p.m. said that one suspect in custody and that Brown and Providence police were on the scene. It said people should continue to shelter in place. All right. Okay. There's a photo of the alleged suspect. Uh-oh.
No.
Exclusive picture of the suspect arrested after Brown University mass shooting. That's so hard to see. I'm glad they put like a little breaking news thing on him.
I bet you can start and then just kind of walk off and I'll zoom in.
Yeah. He do kind of look Asian from this incredibly blurry picture. Definitely would need a better picture to make any kind of actual assumption. Exclusive scoop, he was Chang. Oh yeah, that's an Asian. That's an Asian man's. Why is she staring at us like that? I'm assuming they're prepping to like go live on the actual like channel.
Tim and Sheena, this is correct. This is a very active scene right here behind me. As you can see, there are ambulances keep coming in from all over the state, including Warwick, Pawtucket, Cranston, all of them lining the streets around Thayer Street. And now a recent alert sent by Brown University officials said the report of shots fired near Governor Street. That's a few blocks away from where we are now. Again, this is still a very active scene. We know very little details yet, but we'll be bringing you as much as we can, as soon as we can, and we'll be bringing you the latest. Live here from Providence, Barbara Vaughn, 12 News.
This Providence police rescue vehicle and down Thayer Street. They're moving at the moment, and you can see just how big the first responder presence is. If you zoom in, Jocelyn, our photographer, is going to zoom in and show you just how many law enforcement officials and first responders are out here. It is a massive crowd. Now, we did see those armored police law enforcement officers that they just kind of walk down the street. This is again on Thayer Street, and we're looking at Thayer Street and Waterman Street. That right there, that large building Jocelyn's going to zoom in, that's the Sciences building out on Brown campus. You can see there's students in the windows, or there were. It seems as though those students in the windows have now actually potentially started coming out of the building. We're trying to get more information on exactly what's going on at the moment, but definitely an evolving scene at the moment, and things are changing from minute to minute. So we'll keep you updated on exactly what we're seeing. Again, the Brown University website reports no suspect in custody at this time. You can see, actually, Jocelyn, turn this camera right over here, because you can see these armored police law enforcement agents right here walking down Thayer Street past this Providence rescue vehicle. You can see them. Providence Rescue Task Force, helmets, and just that massive law enforcement presence that we're seeing. It's an evolving scene, and you've noticed, I'm sure, just the large response to this.
Finally,
we
have reporting happening
about exactly how many people are hurt, what exactly unfolded here tonight. Again, this is a main drag of Providence, the east side. You'd expect a lot of students out here on a Saturday night, and it's hoping, a lot of the students here are telling me that they're hoping for the best, but it seems like a scary situation that's unfolding. We'll keep you updated, Doug, but for now, I'm going to send it back to you.
I have one simple question. Every American should have the same question. Why is America all of a sudden under these attacks at Brown University and other places during the Trump presidency? Why did this happen on the same day of the Syria attacks on the U.S. troops and Syrian security forces by the American and Israeli-backed and funded ISIS group?
At the moment, but I want to show you
these are not conspiracy theories. These are serious questions that must be answered.
You can see first responders filling this intersection. This is a main intersection in Providence. We're at Waterman and Thayer. This is a drag that is normally filled with students, with residents out on and about on a Saturday night, but right now it's filled with first responders in the middle of the intersection. You can see those armored police officers right over there. This is again by the Science Library in Brown, the intersection of Waterman and Thayer.
I know he's saying armored because they're wearing like the bulletproof vests, but like when you say armored, you usually think of like the riot police in full gear with like the helmets and shields and shit.
Looking down from the top window now of the Science Library onto the scene, and just people who are in these restaurants.
These aren't conspiracies. Look at my MS Paint chart.
By all these first responders, they can't get out even if they want to. As we get these reports of multiple victims and just more information that's coming into our newsroom at the moment. So, you know, we're going to stay out here. We're going to try and get you more information. But at the moment, this is a live look at the scene. And it's just a Saturday night in Providence turned to this at the moment. So we'll keep you updated. But for now, Mike Cerullo, NBC 10 News.
Thank you, Michael. So I guess those guys were just in a building
Doug,
close
a lot of
by.
Confusion at the moment. I actually spoke to a couple of Brown students who just evacuated from Barris.
You can't just call them that.
Engineering building from Brown's campus. They're confused as to where they could go at this point. But I do want to show you. This is Waterman Street, and you can see just why there's so much confusion because this. There's just massive first responder presence over here, and if you look over here, you can see Thayer Street. All of these police officers over here, just to give you an idea of how
it's an actual rule during a shooting. If you get free, raise your arms and walk towards the cop directions. It says go left, you go left, hands raised. At least that's what your rule book says. That's pretty cool to know if I'm ever in one of these situations, which hopefully I won't be.
Our photographer Jocelyn's going to zoom in, and you can see this is closer to Hope Street. This building over here And
Cordoned
you can see
off.
that ambulance down there. It's just a large scene, and it's spanning a lot of this downtown area. Now let's head back and give you another look at just how many first responders are on scene. Over here, it seems to be a calmer situation at the moment. These first responders not urgently doing anything at the moment. We are still working to find out whether there's information about a suspect, whether there could be multiple suspects even, and what exactly happened here. We've been told by police that multiple people were shot as part of this incident, and I think right now people in this area, they're confused and they're scared and they're really trying to find what to do next. Now, Brown University has said that they're asking people to shelter in place, stay inside, run. They are still investigating this, and it's just in the early stages. So as we learn more information, we're going to continue to get that to you right here on air and online as well on turn10.com. But for now, live in Providence, I'm going to send it back to you, Doug.
So what I'm thinking is, if this guy that they took into custody isn't a suspect, I wonder if we have another situation like at the Kirk shooting where some guy stood up and was like, "It was me, I did the thing," and then they just took him into custody because he's like impeding their ability to figure out what the fuck happened. I want to know what the story is with this guy. I want to know what's going on with him.
Because we heard the noise from the police outside of our lab, and we also received a message that they are trying to get everyone out to the safety place. So we opened the door and asked them to search our lab and also search our body, and we were asked to get out of the building.
Did they search you?
Yeah.
What was that evacuation process like? Can you walk us through step by step?
Yeah. You'll just ask everyone out and then search our own body and also search every corner of the lab. And then they have some police accompanying us to get out of the building. And that's why we are here right now.
They just point you
Yeah,
down
they
the
just
street?
point, and we don't know where we should go. We didn't bring anything.
Oh, you're out in the cold and you're dressed in...
Yeah. So yeah, we don't know where to go right now, but
Well,
yeah.
at least it looks like
that's what the
a
story is
thicker
about.
shirt that he's
You didn't
wearing.
bring your coat.
Yeah, I don't, because I just saw, so the police are coming, and I was thinking that they might just come to search our space, and that's all, but I don't know that we have to get out. So I wasn't prepared.
So what was the building where the shooting was?
I think it's right next to this side.
On the other side of this one?
Yeah, other side of, or on the corner of that building. I don't know which place, but I was just told that it was right next to this building.
So you're about a block away?
Yeah, I was a block away.
Okay.
I don't know, would we be able to interview...
Yeah.
What are you going to do now? You don't have a coat. It's
I
like freezing out
don't know.
here.
I think trying to find a place to. I don't know. I will be with my friends. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
I'm hoping you stay safe tonight, but
Yeah.
we're with Channel 10. We're one of the local stations. We're just trying to update people on what happened, and if you could just go through what you saw and what happened.
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you. And just what's your name?
I'm Chang Hen.
Sean, can you spell your name for me?
Yeah. CHIANGHENG, and then my last name is CHIEN. Yeah.
And so you were a fifth year at Brown.
Yeah. I'm a PhD student of engineering.
Two updates. Boris and Hawley building houses engineering and physics departments. Brown University's Boris and Hawley building, in the area where authorities have warned of an active shooter, houses the institution's engineering and physics department. 7-story circa 1965 building east of the campus College Green is part of a redeveloped engineering complex that will include a revamped design hub to be called the Lasonde Innovation and Design Hub and the Engineering Research Center, the school said. The structure on the east side of the campus is named for physicist Carl Boris and Brown alumni Alexander Lyman Hawley, who helped develop Bessemer steel. That's a very random update to have shared. ATF agent says its agents are responding to Brown. Agents from the Federal Bureau of Tobacco, Alcohol, and Firearms and Explosives are responding to Brown University. We read that. How were they so late?
Lights off, and nobody would come except as long as they do not have the keys. So I feel safe at that moment.
And how did you get outside?
We heard a lot of noise by the police outside our lab, and I also received a notification that they want everyone to get out of the building so that they can search every corner of the building to hunt for the shooter. So we decided to open the door to let the police come in and search our body and search our lab. and then we were told to get out of this building right away. And that's why here I am right now.
Were these armored police officers?
Yeah. Yeah, with armors, with all the weapons.
When they were searching, did they look? What were they? Were they searching so thoroughly? What was it?
Yeah, it was really nice. They just want to confirm that we know each other with my friends, and there's nobody inside the lab.
Too loud.
There's anything that any incident that we saw that's suspicious during our hiding. Yeah.
Sudden spike
So
in
they were
audio.
pretty
I wanted
nice
it
about
louder,
that, yeah.
but then it was too,
You came out here
too loud.
without even a jacket.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared for that because I only know that they want everyone to get up, but I wasn't so prepared for that because I thought I can get back to get my clothes and laptop and everything, but I just got out by the order of the police.
And when we were talking earlier, you were saying right now you're trying to find a place to go.
Yeah, because I don't know what's going on right now and where I should go, which place is safe right now. So I probably will go with my friends to his house nearby. So yeah, that's my.
Chung, we hope you're safe. Thank you so much for taking a moment to do this. I appreciate it. And stay safe, stay warm. Go get inside and follow those instructions from Brown University and the police. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Patrice, we're going to send it back to you. That was Chung, a fifth-year student at Brown University. He was in his lab when he was evacuated by police. Yeah, Patrice. Well, right now we are on Waterman Street. I'm actually going to step away. Excuse me, sir. And our photographer Jocelyn's going to show you just the response and the size of it. You can see how many officers and first responders are out here at the intersection of Waterman and Thayer. This is a main drag in Providence, and it is filled with first responders at the moment. You can see some of the officers here have long guns as well and armor.
Please reverse their
and
previous statement.
We also want to
Suspect
give you
not in
another
custody,
look
so Trump
over at
acknowledging that now.
Waterman Street.
Hey, this isn't the same guy. He looks different.
An update from Brown University, and they are saying that the students should continue to shelter in place, that suspect has not yet been caught. Do you see a lot of students still milling around there?
Well, Patrice, really, there are barely any students around here.
I was not expecting a voice that deep.
We talked about exactly where we are again. This is a Brown engineering building here, but it's really a residential area. There's a ton of houses here, families live around here, a lot of neighbors. It's not really a place where a lot of students would congregate or even be living. This area of the east side of Providence. Again, a lot of older buildings too. It's a very historic area. But again, the latest update that we've got from this part of Hope Street, the corner of Hope and Waterman, is that law enforcement have left that engineering building and are congregated outside of the building right now. Over here, to my left here, this Brown University bus just showed up. We asked the driver who he's here to pick up or whatnot. He said the university told him just to come here. So he's here right now along with a ton of ambulances from all over our area. Patrice?
All right, we have a picture right now, John. You can stand by and bring us any updates that you have. This is where the shooting apparently happened. Now, this is right kind of on the edge of Brown University. That is the engineering building. And we were talking earlier, Mike Cerullo was talking to somebody who was in an adjacent building, and he got the report from Brown University to shelter in place. Again, the students that were in that whole area are being told that this is not over yet. They should continue to shelter in place. They should hide. They should turn off their phones. They should not make any noise whatsoever.
And then that street over on the way right was the Governor
now
Street.
too, as well. The Brown University and the Providence police have also confirmed that there have been multiple people shot. We don't know the conditions of those people or who exactly that is. We can see that they have people in tactical units.
What the hell is this spicy cat raid?
They'll be looking for somebody out there tonight.
Todd at Hash, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders.
We're seeing play out here, and when you start thinking about it, even though we're not on the scene, I think we can safely say this, is that whoever this shooter disappeared into the night.
Another update.
Into an area where there's
no indication from 5 senior law enforcement officials briefed on the investigation as of 6:10 p.m. Eastern that anyone is in custody in connection with the Brown University active shooter incident.
Staging there and ready to go if they know exactly where to look, because they don't know where the person went. So they could be still
The early
on
report
the
of a
east side.
secondary
That, of
shooting
course,
incident
as
near
Patrice
Governor
just
Street
mentioned,
is
why the university
unfounded.
is telling people,
However, it remains critical
let
to
your
continue
guard
to shelter
down,
in place
because
due
we
to
don't
the
know where
original
this person
situation.
is.
Stay
And clearly the
tuned for
person
further safety
is
information.
okay with hurting other
What
people,
the heck?
because several people were shot here tonight on the east side of Providence. Let's hear what some of the students around this scene have told us tonight.
At 4:22 p.m., we alerted our campus to an active shooter incident near Boris and Hawley Engineering. We immediately informed our community to shelter in place by locking doors, silencing phones, and staying hidden until further notice. We have been providing further information to our community as and when it becomes available, but this remains an active crime scene, and law enforcement continues to search for the suspect. The situation is ongoing, and all members of the community should continue to shelter in place. We're very sorry to share that we have confirmed reports of multiple shooting victims, but we do not yet have information about their condition that we are in a position to share. They have been transported to local hospitals. Our first priority is the safety of our community and coordinating closely with local law enforcement and medical personnel to ensure their safety. We're working immediately to determine who was in the building at the time of the shooting. We had multiple exams scheduled in that building from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. We can confirm that support services are on site. We have also relocated students to get support services at a secure location. Senior administrative leaders from across the university are convened in emergency command to mobilize ongoing response and support from our community. We are establishing support for our community and families. We have been and continue to be very grateful for law enforcement and emergency medical personnel. Please continue to take all steps to remain safe. Follow the instruction of law enforcement personnel and avoid the area. Well, I'm wondering about the Governor Street stuff, because there were multiple places that reported the Governor Street happening, so that's interesting that Brown themselves are saying that that's unfounded. Attorney General Pam Bondi said, our FBI and ATF agents are on the scene of the tragic shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island. Please pray for all involved. Mom is getting live feeds from her son who's hiding on campus.
We have the mother of a student who is currently sheltering in place and is receiving real-time updates from her son.
I think that's really weird. There's these two towers right there.
Mercy, do you have me and are we connected? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So thank you for coming on. What is your son telling you right now?
Oh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. They were in the middle of finals, so they were all on campus studying at the library. And about an hour and a half.
I know this is supposed to be serious, but I cannot stand her fucking voice. Holy shit.
The first text I get from my son is, Mom, there's a live shooting on campus, and I'm going to run, and I love you. I was like, what? So we've only been texting, and I'm getting live updates from him because we've told him to turn off his phone, not to make a single sound, but he's in...
Well, you don't have to turn off the phone, just like turn off the sounds and the vibration. Like that makes the most sense. Don't turn it all the way off. What the fuck? But also, she definitely sounds like the voice that I do when I'm making fun of like California retard women. It's like, oh god, I shouldn't be paying attention to her voice because she's giving us valuable information, but like, oh god.
Supply closet room on campus, barricaded with 12 students. They've turned off the lights. They've put chairs on their door. One of his classmates is having a panic attack, so the friends are trying to keep her quiet so that no sounds are being made. They have a radio update that they're getting as students. And the most recent update is that there's nobody in custody, and there's an active shooter that's still on campus. There's some casualties, but we don't know how many. We just know that their situation is not resolved at all. My son is currently safe. He's in a barricaded room, but they're so frantic. Like, this is just a nightmare as a parent. This is horrible.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry. We can't imagine.
That was a good video to have.
Over the Hope High School?
Hope High School.
Yes.
I'll let my team know and get that on there.
And any questions, anything like that, that's where the staging area is going to be that we want the families to go to. And from there, we're going to be bringing buses down and busing people over there.
Thank you. We're going to get that out there.
Okay, so I guess they're staging for the press conference?
pan over here. Ambulances are beginning to leave this area, it appears. At least they're moving right now. Outside of the engineering building, where we showed you a lot of very active scene with a lot of law enforcement leaving the building a minute ago, they're gone right now. But again, the headline right now, the Associated Press is reporting that 2 people are dead, others injured.
Feels like a lot of people need some occupational evaluation, especially since they fumbled the suspect custody claim.
On this
100%?
Live look
and
here
also, who the fuck is this? Who is this? Who is this man?
Reversing down Hope Street right now. This is not as active as it was even 10 minutes ago. Crews are beginning to leave this area. Again, we're at the corner of Waterman and Hope. Police cruisers coming down right here, but not as active as it was a minute ago. It seems that crews are moving. But
despite
again,
the horrific situation, it's interesting to see how updates percolate and are announced.
Okay, there we see that rescue is from the city of Providence, and we know that agencies from all over the state are there right now. Can you tell us, can you see, John, whether or not there is a victim inside there?
Patrice, no, I cannot report that. Inside of the engineering building right now, there's really not much action coming inside or outside. There hasn't been much traffic right now. We haven't also seen any ambulances actually leaving this scene since we've been here, and we've been here since 5 o'clock.
Very odd.
When I was driving here, though, I saw 2 ambulances take off.
Thank you for the
We've got another ambulance right now pulling out. There doesn't appear to be much sense of urgency here. Again, it appears that crews are either leaving or at least relocating here at the corner of Waterman and Hope. Patrice?
About an hour and a half ago, there was a mass shooting at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. Currently, we have confirmation of at least 2 dead and 20 others injured.
John, just reiterate what you were telling us. 2 people are dead, multiple people are injured, and students are still being told to shelter in place. And as far as we know, nobody has been caught yet.
Breaking, Brown University has now retracted 2 updates. First, that a suspect was in custody. There is not yet. Second, that there was a secondary shooting that was unfounded. Truly disorienting. It really is.
By Fire Chief Derek Silva, Brown Police Chief Rodney Chapman, Brown Provost Frank Doyle, Governor Dan McKee, Councilman John Gonsalves, Commander Tim O'Hara, and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos. It is still early hours in the incident that occurred at Brown today, and so please understand that it's important for us to share what details we do have to the community, because there's a lot of fear and anxiety and unfortunately already some misinformation, but this is very early hours, and so please know that some of these details may be subject to change, that this investigation is ongoing. We will be as transparent as we can in the hours to come, and we'll provide regular updates.
Both of those guys look exactly like people you associate with Providence.
Please bear with us as we know sometimes these details shift as the investigation progresses. Sadly, today is a day that the city of Providence and the state of Rhode Island prayed would never come. We've heard about horrific acts of gun violence and active shooter situations in other places, but not here. But this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we received a call. 4:05 was when the initial call came in to Brown University of a report of an active shooter. I can confirm that there are 2 individuals who have died this afternoon, and there are another 8 in critical status, those stable, at Rhode Island Hospital. Those are the only injuries or casualties that we know at this time.
So 8 confirmed injured, 2 confirmed dead.
It's important to remind folks, these numbers may change. We are still in early hours, but at this time there are 2 deceased and 8 who are critical but stable at Rhode Island Hospital.
8 critical but stable. So maybe that 20 figure was including just like minor injury.
At this time, there is a shelter in place in effect for the greater Brown University area. If you live on or near Brown's campus, we are encouraging you to stay home and stay inside. If you're not home at this time, we would encourage you not to return to your homes until the shelter in place has been lifted. We will make regular updates through all City of Providence official social media channels. That's where you can find out more information about the shelter in place, if it changes, when it's lifted. I want to commend the heroic work the Providence Police Department, the Brown Police Department, Providence Fire Department, and the many agencies who provided mutual aid today. Brown Police responded first and then were quickly assisted by Providence Police, who fearlessly and courageously entered and worked through the building, and we'll hear from them in a minute. Providence Fire responded quickly as well and transported several of the victims. The fire department was assisted with mutual aid from across the state of Rhode Island. And as I think we know our community to be, our neighbors have really stepped up in a big way today. And we're very grateful for everyone who has offered assistance and who will continue to offer assistance. The fire department was aided by departments in Warwick, Barrington, Bristol, Brown, EMS, Pawtucket, Cranston, Coventry, Smithfield, East Greenwich, North Kingstown, Woonsocket, Professional Ambulance Company, Situate, and Cumberland. Providence Police and Brown Police were aided by East Providence, Cranston, Cumberland, the State Police, the FBI, and the ATF. Brown, Providence, and the FBI are currently in close coordination as they seek to find the shooter or shooters. The shooting took place at the Barris and Holly building, which is a Brown University engineering and physics building. The building contains both classrooms and lab space. We'll hear from the provost in a minute with some additional updates from Brown.
Good.
There will be a family reunification center that Brown will be setting up effective at 7 o'clock. Please stay tuned for updates on where that will be. We are encouraging anyone who was a witness to today's action to please contact the police as the investigation is ongoing and they may have critical information. At this time, I'd like to introduce the governor of the state of Rhode Island, who was quick to call and offer assistance and has been in touch with our law enforcement, had the state police respond quickly, and has been a great partner to the city of Providence on this sad day. Governor McKee.
Okay, Mayor. Yeah, so the unthinkable has happened, and I've been in touch, as the mayor said, to make sure that all the resources that we have, whether it's the EMA, our state police, Department of Health, which we've been in contact with as well, are responding in a way that is being helpful as possible. We've been in contact with the White House as well.
He did a critical, Providence mayor says, so they're just posting that update now.
We will bring all our resources to the table. I've been in touch
Shooter
with
not
Governor
in
Healy
custody,
as well as other governors who have experienced the same tragedy. So our thoughts go out to those who have been impacted by this in any way, and we'll continue to provide the assistance.
Brown had an update
to the,
about 6 minutes ago. We're providing an update to the active shooting situation. We're very sorry to share that we have confirmed reports of 2 deceased victims from the active shooting situation at the Barris and Holly Engineering Building. There are 8 additional victims in critical but stable condition at the hospital, and there remains a shelter-in-place order.
Chief Rodney Chapman from Brown PD.
Give us the update, man.
My name is Rodney Chapman. I'm Vice President for Brown University, Vice President of Public Safety and Emergency Management, and I serve as Chief of Police as well. As mentioned, and we will mention this several times, this is a very fluid situation and dynamically involving. Needless to say, my primary concern is the safety and security of this community, and we are encouraging, if anyone has information about the tragic events that unfolded this afternoon, to please contact us and provide that information. At this moment, I do want to say and share that my profound thanks and appreciation for all of the first responders who have come to assist us and all that are gathered right now and speaking to continue this investigation, to include all of the City of Providence resources, state resources, and the federal government in terms of the FBI and ATF. Sir.
Now, Commander Tim O'Hara from Providence Police.
Good evening, Tim O'Hara, Deputy Chief of Providence Police. So earlier this afternoon, when we received a call for an active shooter inside a building inside Brown University, our officers responded, and as they're trained to do, entered that building immediately and began searching for a suspect. They did a systematic search of the building. However, no suspect was located at that time. They're able to clear that building and provide a safe place for all of students and faculty and workers that were in that building to meet
Fencing used to be a
at.
thing in universities. Fencing looks like
Preliminarily,
fun.
all we have is a suspect that was a male dressed in black.
A
It is
male
unknown
dressed
how he
in
entered the
black.
building, but we do know that he exited the Hope Street side of that complex. We're utilizing every resource possible to find this suspect. The shelter in place is in order, and I urge people to take that very seriously. Please do not come to the area. There's an active
I wonder how
police
long the shelter in
investigation
place
going
order is
on,
going to last. How
and
long did
there's
it take
a
them to
lot of
find
police
the
activity.
Sarnav brothers during the
We've
Boston
got
bombing?
assistance so far from some
I feel like that was like the
surrounding
longest
communities, state
manhunt that I can
police,
remember in my
Cranston
lifetime.
Police, East Providence Police, as well as our federal partners and the
Like
FBI.
40 hours. Yeah, it was
and
a
the
long
ATF.
time.
We're talking to witnesses at this time and delving into any video that's in the area, and the investigation is very active and ongoing. We'll be updating you, I'm sure, throughout the night, but as I said, right now there is no suspect that is under arrest, so please stay out of the area. Thank you.
We'll take questions at the end. We'll take questions at the end. We have a few more speakers, please. Next, Fire Chief Derek Silva.
Derek Silva, Fire Chief for the City of Providence. As mentioned previously, at 4:05 p.m. we were dispatched to the area of Waterman and Thayer for an active shooter incident, where our firefighters, known as a rescue task force, linked up with Providence Police with 2 operational locations.
Why are they patting
at
themselves on the
Waterman and
back?
Thayer and Waterman and
I don't know. I feel like they
Rescue
should
Task
save
Force
the
is
like.
a firefighter that
We're
wears
thanking
body
all of
armor
our
and
fucking
has,
emergency services for
ability to
after
stop
they catch the
any,
guy, baby.
shooting
I don't
wounds
know.
and make sure that any victims are extricated quickly. With the assistance of police in neighboring cities and towns, 8
The cop, the
people were
firefighter, and the
transported.
chief all have the
As
accent. The
mentioned,
politician
critical
doesn't
but stable
fucking
condition,
notice, chat.
And 2, unfortunately, were dead on arrival. We have a total of 10 victims, but as I caution everyone, this is a developing incident, and we are still actively searching the buildings along with Providence Police to make sure that everyone has gone home safe and that there are no one else that needs our assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And then last, we'll hear from the Provost of Brown University, Frank Doyle.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Frank Doyle, Provost of Brown University.
Oh my God.
I want to reiterate, this is
Look
an
at that
evolving
fucking
situation
schnoz,
as we've heard
brother.
multiple times. Our first priority is the safety of our academic community, the campus community, and coordinating closely with law enforcement and medical services. In the meantime, we continue to direct our community to shelter in place in the greater vicinity of the campus. We are working immediately to determine who was in the building at the time of the shooting and any impacts from the shooting. We do know that there were final
He can
exams
smell your
taking
thoughts.
place
It
in the
reminds me of a
building between
Muppet
2 and
nose.
5 p.m. We can
Go to
confirm
somebody.
that support services are on site. We have been and continue to be very grateful to law enforcement and emergency medical personnel. We have relocated students to get support services at a secure location and will be providing more details. We continue to remain extremely grateful to local law enforcement for their ongoing support. We're committed to keeping our community informed, supporting our students and families, as well as the affected faculty and staff. Thank you.
So before we take questions, I just want to implore the greater Providence community. We are a week and a half away from Christmas, and 2 people died today and another 8 are in the hospital. So please pray for those families. Understand that this is not something our community has gone through together, but I also know this community, and I know that its best moments are when we come together to support one another. It's going to be a difficult rest of the day, difficult weeks and months ahead as this community heals, and each and every one of us can play a small role in that, in supporting one's neighbor and offering that support and their prayers for everyone involved. At this point, we'll be happy to take questions
Mayor,
as we know
what can
them.
you tell us about the victims, including whether they were all Brown University students?
We cannot disclose any details about the victims at this time, whether they were students or not, or any other details. We will make those details available when they become available. We expect to be providing regular updates throughout the evening and in the days to come, and this is too early to be able to provide those details.
Was there any understanding that something like this might be happening?
The first we learned about today was the 911 call that came in, but we had no other, I don't think, we had no other notice or threat indicators or anything like that. Please, Kate.
Mayor, do you know exactly when Brown University did put out that someone was in custody? How long was that misinformation out for, and how was that determination made and then retracted?
There was an individual who was preliminarily thought to be involved and was later determined to have no involvement.
Okay.
And that's why we can.
So you detained him and then let him go, so that makes sense. So it wasn't so much misinformation as it was like, we got a guy, but actually he wasn't the guy.
That individual, I don't know.
There's a weapon been recovered?
Commander?
No weapons have been recovered.
Do you know what weapon was used?
We just know that it was a firearm. What type of firearm, we're unaware of.
We are a Brown University police arm.
Yes, we are.
Commander, do you need a pass to get into that building, or could someone just get in off the street?
I'm unaware of how the security of that building works.
Most of our buildings after hours are card swipe, but since there was a final exam, there was probably a lot of traffic in and out of that building.
And where did it happen in the building? Did this take place inside where the exam was going on?
We're still verifying everything. So we look at everything right now as all part of the crime scene.
Well, were the victims found like in a hallway, or were they in a classroom?
So we're unable to share that at this time.
Commander, can you say if there have been any confirmed shots fired since the 4:05 shots?
There was a call that came over for shots fired in the area of Governor Street, but that was unconfirmed and unfounded.
So as far as we know, the gunman has not been seen since around the 4 o'clock hour.
That's correct. The last time that we know that he's been seen was when somebody saw him leaving the building on the Hope Street side of the building.
Is he around college age, or do you have any information?
I don't have any more information about his description.
Commander, could you repeat how the individual exited the building?
He exited the doors at the Hope Street side of the building.
Do police have any video footage of the suspect at this point?
We're working on that right now. We're working along with FBI on tracking down video from that area.
What resources are being used other than video at this point to try to locate the suspect?
Forensic evidence, we're using witness evidence, and we're looking for video mostly right now because we'd like to get an image out as quickly as we can of the suspect.
Now, it hasn't been about close to 3 hours now. Are you in contact with other law enforcement? Now we're talking a large perimeter at this juncture. Who else is involved in this now?
As I said earlier, state police are involved, ATF, the FBI, Providence Police Detectives, and all the other squads that we have available to us, Patrol Bureau, and in our specialty intelligence units, and our real-time crime center.
But you have barely any information. Some of the information, like when they asked where the victims were, like if they were in a hallway or whatever, it makes sense they're not releasing that yet.
No, not everybody. There's still a police presence in that building. That's the crime scene. We're going to be in that building for quite some time.
But the students or faculty, bystanders?
Yes, everybody that was in that building at the time has been moved.
Commander, so it's 2 deceased and 8 that are in basic critical condition at the hospital?
They're in stable condition at the hospital, Rhode Island Hospital right now.
Are they able to provide any details? Or?
That's what we're working on right now, John.
In terms of when that suspect was last seen, he was leaving the building on Hope Street. Was that an eyewitness account? Did police see him leave? Was there any interaction with police with that suspect?
No interaction with that suspect with police. That was from eyewitness account.
Chief Denjay from Channel 10. I just wanted to know if there's any kind of description you can provide to anybody here right now. I know it's kind of hard, but
yeah, a male wearing black isn't very helpful.
There's a lot of people on edge. Is there anything that you can give us?
All I can give you is a male, all dressed in black at this time. We're hoping to get something very soon. An image would be the best thing for us to get out there to you guys and everybody else. So.
Do you have an image of him?
Have a mask on, did he?
That I can't confirm.
Do you have an image of him? Is he
I do not have an image of him.
Commander, did he left on foot or did he get into a vehicle? Yeah.
He left on foot.
And did he go down Hope Street?
He exited the building on Hope Street. Where he went from there, we're unsure.
How do you find a suspect in a city campus? Makes it very, very challenging.
We have all available resources, and as the governor mentioned, he's in touch with governors in other areas as well. This will be an ongoing investigation. Obviously, FBI, ATF, Providence Police, Brown Police are all actively investigating this as we speak, and we will provide updates as they become available. We expect to provide regular updates.
How do they know all of this, but they don't have a picture?
The
There's probably people going through security camera footage to try and find a picture.
We knew that this update was preliminary, but we also know that there's a lot of fear and anxiety and concern in our community, and so it was important to get out the details that we do have at this time. At this point, you know all the information that can be shared. and we will keep the community and members of the press corps updated as we go throughout the evening.
Has there ever been a shooting at Brown University before?
To my knowledge.
Commander, has Chief Perez been briefed on the incident?
Absolutely.
Where is he?
The chief is on his way here and will be at our later press availabilities.
What
Mayor,
kind of
for
presence?
residents of who are living, obviously, in this area that are concerned, they're instructed to shelter in place. If they see something that they feel is suspicious, what is the best way for them to reach out? Can they send pictures? Can they reach out? Obviously, you can call police.
They should call the police. That is the best way. Social media or other forms of communication are not the appropriate venue. You should call 911 if you believe you have information that may help us with this investigation. Particularly if you were a student on campus or an adult on campus that was near the area that you think you have something to contribute, please call the police to help us with our investigation.
Mayor, is there any thought about shutting businesses down, like on Thayer Street or anything like that? I know they did that in Maine after this.
At this point, we're not mandating that businesses shut, but we are asking everyone to shelter in place, and so we would hope that everyone would stay indoors until they hear otherwise from official City of Providence channels. In this day and age, we know there will be misinformation available online, and so please, when it comes to official updates with regard to
Imagine
the
having to
shelter in
tell
place
people if you see the
and
shooter,
other
don't post it on
updates,
social media, call the
go
police.
City
To
of
be fair,
Providence's Twitter,
social media
Facebook,
works faster than the
Instagram,
direct
any of our
police
social
line
media channels.
sometimes.
It is clearly marked as the official City of Providence page so that you know you're getting the accurate and official update.
The shelter in place extends to what area?
The shelter in place is defined as the broader Brown community, as Brown neighborhood. Everyone knows if they live near Brown, and certainly if you're on campus. Because we don't have additional information to share at this time about the location of a shooter, we cannot more specifically define it than that. This is a scary time, I know. As many folks know, I live proximate to the campus, and I'm hearing from friends and neighbors. We're encouraging people to stay inside until there are additional updates.
Can we ask the provost a
Sure.
question? What is the policy at Brown University regarding firearms? Could a student legally have a firearm in the dorm?
No.
They cannot?
They cannot.
Okay.
Mayor, just asking.
Well, they
is
should
the
be
chief
able to.
coming in? Is he out of state?
I don't know. He's in transit, and he's expected to be here within an hour or two, and so he will be with us at future updates this evening.
What time did police arrive? Brown University monitor any...
Hold on, Pat. We're going to take Nisha's question first, and Chief, this might be for you, please.
What was that?
What time did police arrive at the scene after the first 911 call?
The exact time I don't know, but it's the Barris and Holly is 184 Hope Street, and it's a very short drive from us, so I would say minutes, within minutes.
Yeah, suspect described as male in all black. Yeah, we don't have any other information.
Whenever we were called, we responded immediately and immediately entered that building looking for the shooter.
We'll provide a timeline later in the evening.
How often do the various law enforcement agencies prepare for situations like this? Do they do active shooter simulations, trainings, establishing perimeters? Talk a little bit about that training that goes into this multi-agency response.
Certainly,
go ahead.
Well, certainly welcome you to as well. We just did a few months ago a joint training in Brown PD and Providence PD and Providence Fire and Rescue Task Force. It's something we certainly plan for, practice for, rehearse, but never want to see it come to fruition like it did today. But it is something that we definitely prepare for multiple times throughout the year, and as mentioned, we just had a joint training several months ago.
Colonel?
And Kate, I would just add, I'm sorry, John, 1 second. I would just add, Kate, that the City of Providence conducted an active shooter drill, a live drill at a closed school about 18 months ago with not just police, but fire, EMS, emergency management, and the
5
other
hours to
various
respond is insane. Yeah, a little bit. That seems like, why is it taking you so long?
This is a sad state of our country right now where you have to plan for these things. And hopefully the community takes some comfort to know that their Providence leadership has planned for this occurrence, including very recently.
Colonel, you said that there was final exams going on in the building. Where is the campus? Are there still most students on campus? Have some already taken their exams and gone home?
So a little bit of both. Some students have gone home, but there, as the provost said, there's still some activity going on at the provost.
We're still in the finals period. So students who didn't have exams have left, but
You
they're
say
still
it was
conducting.
final exam for what class?
we're not prepared to release that information right now. There were multiple exams in the building.
Pat, were you there?
Hold on, Pat.
Retracted address this to the Colonel. Does the Brown University...
Look at the Uvalde shooting. That was fucking horrific from the police, dude.
Brown University police monitor that, or is that turned over to Providence police right away?
There's a strong partnership and collaboration between Brown University and Providence PD. Any information like that we will share, and we also share it with the Fusion Center as well. As mentioned, we have no verified information, warning, or anything related to today's events.
Dan, hold on a second, John. Dan?
Mayor, you live right next to the building, correct? Were you home at the time?
I was home at the time.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, can anyone come to you to you shelter in place? Can you just give like, what happened when you found out?
Yeah, I was at home watching the PC game and saw lights and sirens go by my house, and at which time Commander O'Hara called me with a very preliminary update, and then have been in touch, and obviously, as you point out, about a block away, very proximate through the rest of the evening.
Deputy Chief O'Hara,
John, then Dan.
If someone right now feels they may have video that's useful, someone running by their house, someone acting suspicious, who do you want them to contact?
I want
The
them
police.
to
He already
contact
said that.
the police department.
Here, just
Call
pay
us
the
up.
fuck attention,
We'll send a detective
reporter
out there
guy.
right away and see what kind of evidence they may have for us.
Should people check
Watching a
ring
PC
cam
game. Yeah,
businesses?
watching a
They
PC game. I was
have
hoping the
ring camera
subtitles would
here.
help there,
If
but they
you're
translated it to
shooting, they should be
pizza.
reviewing that right now
So that
and see if
wasn't
there's
helpful?
anything that looks
What does he mean,
suspicious.
watching a
We'll follow up.
PC game? Was he watching a streamer?
With that area and all the cameras in that area, you have to have something.
I don't have anything yet, Dan.
Are you looking through it though?
Absolutely.
Okay, and the conditions of the victims, a source at the hospital says that...
BC is in Boston College football game? Oh, okay. I don't pay attention to any sports ball, much less college
We can't
sports
speak
ball.
any further about the condition. They are in critical but stable condition, and we will provide additional updates as they become available. As we have mentioned multiple times, and I will mention again because it's very important that we be honest and transparent with all of you and with parents and loved ones who are concerned about, they've got students who are away at school or they have someone who works at Brown. We're not done yet. And so while we have no other victims at this time that we're aware of, it is possible. And so it's very important that we say that this is preliminary information, that we know that there is a minimum of 8 victims in the hospital at this time. But it is all subject to change, and when those changes or if those changes occur, we will be sure to share them with you.
Commander, one more question. Are you confident it's just one individual you're looking for?
That's the information we have now.
Did you want to give the phone number people should call?
272-1111 or 272-3121.
As I mentioned, we expect to be providing additional updates throughout the evening. If you're not on our press list, please see Josh. Raise your hand. Please see Josh to make sure you get on the press list. That's where we will notify folks about additional availabilities throughout the evening. As we have more information, we will share it. Thank you very much.
Will there be more press conferences there here?
We expect there will be, yes.
President Trump, arriving at the White House on Marine One, reiterated that he's been briefed on the shooting. I've been fully briefed on the Brown University situation, Trump said. What a terrible thing it is, and all we can do right now is pray for the victims and for those who were very badly hurt. He expressed some sorrow for the dead and those critically injured. It's a shame, he said. It's a shame. Just pray. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have no real other information, unfortunately, as of yet. We'll just have to wait for more updates to continue coming in. Trump responded before the chief of police. Yeah, what is the chief of police doing, man?
Been fully briefed on the Brown University situation. What a terrible thing it is. And all we can do right now is pray for the victims and for those that were very badly hurt, it looks like. And we'll inform you later as to what's happening, but it's a shame. It's a shame. Just pray. Thank you very much.
I love that they decided to have that little interview inside of a Resident Evil human body chopping room. I really appreciated all of those metallic sounds. Thank you. Thank you for that.
John, yes, definitely a very active scene. And if you live in that area, again, we want to reiterate, do not go outside right now. Stay in your house if you can, all over the Providence area at this point, because this is a very active search.
Yes, students have been told to silence their phones, to shelter in place. So it is a very active scene. And this must be a very troubling time for family members, too, who are watching all this unfold. And maybe they can't get in touch with their students, their children, because they've silenced their phones, but there is a family staging area that people can go to, and Leanna Folk is standing by live there now. Leanna?
Silenced, right? Like you can use your phone without any sounds, right?
Some of those reunions happen here in real time. And less than 5 minutes ago, I can say, before coming on air,
this is old, right? When students are out this late?
And she asked,
this entire area has been under lockdown.
I obviously say yes,
since 4 p.m.
Tears, she tells me
and
my
they were supposed to be having finals.
Of there. You can just see the fear.
None of the students who were there during the lockdown have been able to leave.
I could hardly get any questions even to ask her, because she obviously ran inside to have that moment with her daughter. And I think that just goes to show how fearful and how scared this moment is for the entire Brown University community. Now, again, we're here at the Nelson Fitness Center. This is on Hope Street. We're about a quarter of a mile away from the Brown University School of Engineering, where those gunshots initially came through. Now, here we're seeing a lot of nonprofits have arrived to drop off resources for families. Providence Fire is here. We spoke with the Providence Fire chaplain, who said that he wasn't sure if there were any students inside yet, but just from that moment and that interaction I had with that mom, it's been confirmed there's at least one student inside, and thankfully she is safe and now reunited with her mom. And just being here, even just being here on Hope Street, we've seen several tactical units, people or officers arriving here with tactical gear. It's a surreal moment just to see the amount of people that have arrived. First responders holding guns, large firing, high capacity weapons, just obviously here because everyone is on edge with this suspect still on the loose. Emily.
Yeah, and Leanna, it's probably tough to parse out, especially if you're looking through glass there, you know, who's a family member, who's there providing assistance. But do you have any idea of how many family members have come to the reunification center?
Why do they talk about guns like that? The same reason they keep calling the police armored.
People have been kind of passing
when
by.
They're just wearing a single plate carrier.
Area, just trying to get as far away from the scene as possible. Most of them look just like onlookers, essentially community members who might have been out
grabbing dinner. If the temperature continues to drop, they may need to employ tactical hot cocoa.
Taking an
true journalist
all
sentiment.
Of this happen. So we've only seen so
Simons,
far just
thank
one
you.
family, at least
brought
one
to you by
mom,
mainstream
I should say,
media.
that's
Please
arrived here
tune
to
into Fox
reunite
News
with
for
her
butter
with
results.
her loved one.
True.
But besides that, it
You
hasn't
will get
been a very busy scene here, at least for what I've seen here from the Nelson Fitness Center.
You want tactical hot cocoa? My feet are fucking
Leanna,
freezing
thank you so much
right
for
now.
your time. And you know,
My fingies are getting
as a
kinda
mother,
cold,
I'm
too.
sure you know it's so scary. And they're telling parents, you know, don't come down here. They have the reunification center, but if you live anywhere close to Brown University, be it Connecticut, Massachusetts, no matter how far, you are probably in a car right now hightailing it to that place. Yes. Because this has become a national story, and the Brown University students come from all over the country. So
all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, we have a lot of international students here as well. And we do know, if you're just joining us, that 2 people are dead after a mass shooting at Brown University. 8 are in the hospital at Rhode Island Hospital in critical but stable condition. We know that 1 person was shot in the back, 1 in the shoulder, but no other information is available at this time.
Dear Brown community, this is a deeply tragic day for Brown, our families, and our local community. There are truly no words that can express the deep sorrow we're feeling for the victims of the shooting that took place today at the Boris and Hawley Engineering and Physics Building. We lost 2 community members today who were fatal victims of the shooting, and at this point, we know there are at least 8 additional victims who were transported to the hospital. In this moment, they are in critical but stable condition. But this is an evolving situation. Our hearts are with their families. Therefore, we urge all members of our community to remain vigilant. We continue to be in lockdown, and it is imperative that all members of our community remain sheltered in place. This means keeping all doors locked and ensuring no movement across campus. We know our community wants answers, and we will provide them as soon as we can. For now, please know we are doing all we can to keep our community safe and have mobilized support for the students and their families. I encourage you to read the updates being provided via the Rave alert system and brown.edu website about this emergency. We're committed to providing updates as soon as information is available. As we have shared in the alerts, law enforcement is actively working to identify the community members who lost their lives, and we are working with local hospitals to identify those transported for care. Even when we have that information, we may not be able to release it to our campus immediately. Whether or not you spend any time in Boris and Holly, I ask all students, faculty, and staff to please be in touch directly with your families to let them know that you're safe. They are worried about you. Today is a day we hoped would never come to our community. It is deeply devastating for all of us. We're grateful to law enforcement for their immediate response and their ongoing work to ensure the safety of our community. Please continue to take all steps to be safe. Honestly, feels like it's going to be weeks until they catch them, if they find them at all. I mean, it took 2 days to find, you know, the Boston bomber people, but I don't know. The fact that he's just kind of gone with the wind right now is a little fucking concerning, to be fair.